Whoa, 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 whoa. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Missed you guys. I missed the Diamond Zoners. Can you give me a thumbs up? Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. So yeah, I mean, that was like withdrawals for 3 days. Not seeing all your faces every morning, but it was a whirlwind week, guys. Everything's good. Move went great. Las Vegas is awesome. And so we are excited to start really taking this thing to a whole new level with entertainment and all kinds of things. So we'll keep you up to speed on what's happening there. So I want to first of all thank so much Terry Burnett and Sheila Harrison for filling in. I know they did an unbelievable job. The feedback was incredible. So can you guys, for me, just so I could see everybody applaud for those two, what they did. It's just different perspectives, guys. And when you got people with that kind of experience, in the industry, Terry for over 30 years and Sheila, who's a president in the group, who's now in Punta Cana, kind of jealous, but, things happen and you got to do what you got to do. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit today about attitude and just different aspects of how to take your business to the next level, as we always do on Diamond Zone. But first off, I want to start off with our little video that's going to lead into, where is it? There it is. Mr. John Maxwell. Okay.
Have you ever heard a motivational speaker tell you that attitude is everything? I'll bet you have. I've heard many say that. In fact, they'll say something like, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. And that never quite rang true with me. So I began to press the issue, and I have come to the conclusion that attitude isn't everything. Now, I'm not disclaiming or in any way being disparaging about attitude, because I think attitude is very important. But if anybody comes up to you tells you that attitude is everything, I don't buy into that. That's not true. For example, attitude can't replace incompetence. If you're incompetent, you can be very happy, but you can still be very unsuccessful. Now, here's what I do know. Attitude isn't everything, but attitude is the main thing that'll make a difference in your life. And because I believe that, I wrote the book, The Difference Maker. You see, that's what attitude is. Attitude is the difference maker. You have two people side by side that you're thinking about employing in your company. Both of them have the same background, same job description, education, experience. I mean, you could almost flip a coin and say, I could hire the one on the right or I could hire the one on the left. But one has a great attitude and one has a bad attitude. Now, who are you going to hire? You're going to hire the person with a great attitude. Why? Because it was the difference maker. It is true that your attitude will determine your altitude. And in the difference maker, I talk about 5 areas that usually pull down or sink our attitude. I mean, I'm talking about fear, failure, discouragement, change, things changing all around us in the process until we can't keep up. I'm talking about things that have a tendency to destroy the attitude. And I talk about those 5 things, and I tell you how to have an attitude that will help you overcome each one of them. So remember, attitude isn't everything, but it is the main thing. It is the difference maker in your life.
All right, so with that being said, how many times has that been said? With that being said, I'm going to get into what I want to talk about today, which is exactly that. But before I get to that, guys, real quick, there's no update call today. They're in Punta Cana, so they'll be enjoying what they're doing out there. So there's no update call. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. And click. Boom. All right. Give me a thumbs up. Can you see my slide deck? Yes. Perfect. Okay. So, as we take this journey, guys, called network marketing. You know, Lisa and I we were just reflecting on it as we were, you know, moving in boxes. You know, in 25 years, you know, it was just amazing that all the challenges that have come our way. You know, and, you know, obviously you don't find out anything about a person. You got to note this when things are going well. You find out everything about a person when things go south. That's when you know what you really got. Of course, when everybody's making money, everybody has a great attitude. Okay, but when people start to do it, what people tend to do, and I have to catch myself, is blaming situations. Okay, but if the situation is the situation and you insert yourself into the situation, what makes a situation bad or good? Is it not your attitude? Of course it is. If you look at any successful person, they control their thoughts. No one controls their thoughts. They control their thoughts. And every time I've controlled my thought and every time I've controlled my situation, whether that be in the gym, whether that be in business, whether that be in our marriage. You want to talk about that one? Okay, I could buckle your knees with those stories, right? Is it easier to quit on a marriage or keep going? Right? Is it easier when people say, you've been married 31 years, how did you do it? You know what I say? Attitude. Okay? It's the most crucial part of your journey. Whatever journey you're taking. I don't care what aspect of your life. World Global Network, right? Going out and making a decision to get in shape, to eating right, whatever it is, you have to have a great attitude. Attitude is a mental position relative to a way of thinking or being. Okay? Situations happen. And we want normally, this is what I always want to change. You know what I always want to change? Everything else. When this is right, when that's right, when the stars align, then I'll be successful. Good luck with that. Whatever comes your way, you just got to battle it with a good attitude. Talk about hard. See, I always say this, is if making money and becoming wealthy was easy, we'd all be wealthy. But all the nuggets that you get, and the best nuggets that you will always get is the nugget of taking the journey. And I'm telling you, that's when you find out what you're really made of. That's where the attitude comes from. Okay? And no matter what situation we have been in, I will promise you, it's normally been a difficult journey, which means the majority of the time, you have to conquer all the naysayers. You have to conquer all the critique. You have to conquer when the company does things right and wrong. And how do you conquer it? Attitude. Your attitude. Believing that the decision you made, emphasize that again, the decision you made in whatever aspect of your life you made. You made a decision to go to school to become what you became. You made that decision. And if you don't like the decision that you made, guess what you have to do? Change. You guys know my story. I worked 14 years for corporate America. I made a decision that was a very difficult one, right, to leave something that was comfortable. And when I did it, I questioned it every single day for 2 years until I got my attitude right. And that's the key. Attitude is everything, because you know why? You control it. I love this. I always say it. No one controls Jeff. I'm sorry. No situation. I can only control the situation no matter what's thrown at me. I make a decision that when things are thrown to me to have a good attitude or a bad attitude. And a situation is thrown at you, you have that choice every single day. But I also know whatever you decide, if you think you can, you're right. But if you think you can't, you're right again. Either way, you're right. I can become a diamond. You're right. You can. There's no way with the situation being what it is right now, I could become a diamond. You're right. But it's all a matter of what? Attitude. That's all it is. And anything. Now, when you look at what you're doing, okay, when you look at all this, the positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. I know that some of you might be rolling your eyes. This is just cliche stuff. But you know what? I will promise you, think back in any aspect of your life when you really believed you could. Just stop and think now for 1 second. Did you achieve it? Did you achieve it? Why? I was on with Brianna earlier. She was the first one on the call today. Brianna is training for a bodybuilding contest. I don't know if it's bodybuilding or fitness. I think it's bodybuilding. And I said, how's it going? She goes, I got 3 weeks to go. I'm starving. Okay? She's in that diet phase, right? Okay? But see, she sees the possible. She sees 3 weeks. She made a decision, and I use that analogy because it's just fresh in my mind. She made a decision to see the invisible. Okay, what was the invisible? Seeing how she would be look after 6-month commitment. Okay, you got to see that today. You got to see what you want to achieve. That's the invisible. I see myself becoming financially independent. I see myself achieving this rank. And it's the intangibles of doing the little things that helps you achieve those goals and dreams. But not without commitment. I promise you, she is challenged every day with the other voice. Come on, have some spaghetti. Come on, right? Have some bread. You know how bad she wants a pizza right now? Okay, but does it matter? No, she made a decision. But you know what? If she doesn't have a good attitude, she could go through this journey and it could be a very painful one. Why? Because everything she does, she has a bad attitude. If I was her trainer and she had a bad attitude, that'd be the first thing I try to fix. Listen, you better come in here with a good attitude. Otherwise, this is going to be a bad workout. When you go and make your decision to do whatever you're going to do for your world business today, you got to do it, I'm telling you, with a smile. As you're making phone calls, as you're doing a presentation, right? You see my smile? Okay? As you're texting people, as you're hearing all the other stuff that may be going around, good or bad. And when you have that, it's amazing how the journey becomes so much easier in anything. So choose your attitude. This is what I love. It's a choice. We live in the land of opportunity. It's a choice to do what we do. You can decide the outcome of your life. Negative thoughts have no power unless you empower them. Anybody here, can you relate to a negative thought? Is it fleeting or does it linger? My negative thoughts fleet, gone. They're there, they're still coming at me, but you know what? I choose not to acknowledge them. Why? For what reason? Now watch this one. If I do acknowledge them, I acknowledge them for a reason. Because I know if I allow a negative thought, that usually promotes procrastination. And if I'm procrastinate, I then give myself permission to do nothing that day. Because everything isn't right. How often have we chosen that road? Be honest with yourself. Oh, I can't do this. I'll wait to see what Mr. Robinson's going to do with the company before I make my decision to continue my journey. I'll wait, because my attitude isn't right, to see what information's coming from Punta Cana that we're all waiting with bated breath with, right? If this comes out of Punta Cana, I know without a doubt we will have a better opportunity. Oh, really? No. See, that's your excuse. That's what you're waiting for. It's giving you permission to procrastinate to the information that a lot of people are waiting to receive. I don't know what it is. It may be the blood sugar thing, right? It may be what? A change. I don't know. But see, you know what people are usually waiting, getting ready to get ready. It's a fact. Tell me I'm not right. I know because I'm talking to me. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me. Because I know when this is right, when that's right. Now it gives me permission to go out there. To when? Until the next hurdle comes. It's coming. You think it's always going to be a smooth sail? It's never going to be a smooth sail. Nothing worth anything is going to be smooth. But you know, when the attitude is there, it makes that journey, no matter what journey you decide to take, to be at peace. Because you know what? Oh, it's just the journey. That's the attitude. You can't give it power. You can't give your thoughts power. Because you all know thoughts are things. Right? How many times you've heard that one? Positive attitude, positive thinking. Positive attitude helps to cope more easily with the daily affairs of life. It brings optimism into your life and makes it easier to avoid worry and negative thinking. Now listen to the words. It makes it easier. Doesn't say it's going to go away. It makes it easier because my attitude. It is a mental attitude that expects positive results. Okay? Now, and here's what you always bring to the table. This is what people miss. This is exactly what everybody misses. If I move away from whatever I'm doing and I go somewhere else, wherever you go, there you are with the same attitude. Do you think because now you're marketing a supplement versus a helo is going to make a difference with a bad attitude? If I'm marketing a service, okay, versus a helo, does it make a difference? Why do you think I've always said, okay, here we go again. It's not about the widget. Do you know what the widget is? You're the widget. You're the widget. That's why I'm saying you could put someone with a good attitude in any situation. Guess what happens? They always win. They always win. Look at athletes. Look at athletes. Doesn't matter what jersey they put on because they're the ones that control the outcome. Makes no difference. Look at successful business people. Put them in any business with the right attitude. And guess what happens? See, this is the key. But you know what most people do? They think it's something else. They think it's something they could feel. They think it's a script. They think it's some type of new thing that's coming down. You know what happens when something new comes down? It changes your attitude for a split second. Oh, we got blood sugar. New attitude. For how long? For how long? Until you figured out that now it's not going to read, right, the exact specifications. It's going to be low, medium, high. Oh, now my attitude's bad. Oh, what do you mean, Jeff? Whatever it does, that's what it does. So I have a good attitude or I don't. Do you see my point? So when there's a change, every time there's a change, we might have a good attitude, and for how long? See, if you're mainly positive, you will be focused on good things, happy thoughts, and successful outcomes. Otherwise, if you are mainly negative, you will be focused on bad things and thoughts, unsuccessful outcomes and act and behave negatively too. Okay, so watch this. Okay, if I have a good, this is why I always say, and any one of the trainings that I will always do, the hardest part of your business is working on you. So watch this now. Now look who you're prospecting. Most people you're prospecting have never been through the journey of personal development. They've always been told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Now they come over here, right? And the first thing you want them to work on is what? Themselves. Yeah, start sending out some text. We all know the program. Get people doing something quickly. But as they see that it's not as easy as what is being presented from the front of the room, a negative attitude kicks in. And what we're supposed to do? Encourage them. Keep going. Don't worry about it, right? We're showing people how to have a good attitude and take the journey. Even though they've done what they've done for 20, 25 years, and they're not getting the results they want to get out of what they're doing, but they expect to come over here and get wealthy in 90 days. It's crazy. It really is. Guys, listen. 3 to 5 year journey. 3 to 5 year journey. It took me 2 years just to get the attitude right. Is that not crazy? And that's why people see these people walk across the stage, right, with their checks, right? And if you go to an Eric Worre event, you see all these top earners. That's 20 years up there. That's 15 years up there of taking the journey, of going through many different opportunities in a lot of situations. How many companies you been with? 5. How many companies you been with? 6. Do you know when Lisa and I first went to our second company, when we told them we were with somebody for 16 years, they said, what? 16 years. You know how many companies I've been with? 22, some people told me. Because why? The journey. It was the journey. 16 years, one company, and then 5 years another. Okay, so you guys understand? So it's not about that. It's about understanding whatever you decide, the attitude's got to come with you. And you're going to understand, as long as there's a need for the product. Why is Hilo the best product out there? I'm talking to you all now. Why? Because that's the one we market, correct? You got to get this. I was watching Shark Tank the other day. Mr. Wonderful. You guys watch that show, Mr. Wonderful. Okay? So they have the panel, and the person comes in to make the presentation. You guys, if you don't watch Shark Tank, you got to watch Shark Tank. Okay? It's our business. Okay? And the person does it. It's bells and whistles. And I was actually shocked that Mark Cuban said, well, because I would never use your product, I'm out. And then Mr. Wonderful said, I could care less if I use the product or not. I want to be very clear. He's telling the person doing the presentation, I want to be very clear with you. I'm here to make money. And if I can make money with a product I don't use, I could give a beep and a beeped out. It doesn't matter. He made it very clear. I'm here to make money. I'm here to make money. Are you here to hang out? Okay, so watch this. Did I care? Does it make a difference if I work for Bally's or if I work for 24-Hour Fitness? I was loyal to Bally's because Bally's was paying me. Let's just call this what it is. Can we just be honest sometimes? If 24-Hour Fitness would have called me and said, I'll double your salary, I promise you I'd be wearing a 24-Hour Fitness t-shirt. Why? Because I'm here to make money. And I'm going to market whatever the company that I'm with is marketing. It used to be supplements. I could tell you about my supplements. I have the best supplements. Did I have the best supplements? Yes, because I marketed them. You know why people get involved? Why they should get involved? I want people to get involved with me. You should want people to get involved. When people ask you why your company, you know you should say, because I'm here. There's your key. When you could bring people in and say, why your company? Let me see the feature of the Fitbit and the Samsung and the Hilo. No, you missed the whole point here. The reason you're going to get involved is because I'm here. That's why. I really believe that. That's how I sponsor people. Let's not worry about the widget. Let's worry about why we're going to do this together. Because my attitude is right, and this is where we're at. Chad and Tita were with how many companies? 6? They didn't make much money. We were a higher rank than them in Organo Gold. We were diamonds. They were one step below us. And we were doing meetings together. Then they got to diamond. But what happened? They left and they came here. And guess what? Now they're grand president millionaires who made $5 million last year. Do you guys get this yet? Everybody's got their journey, guys. I just want you to be sold on your journey and what you're going to do, but you got to bring the attitude with it. This is the way to develop positive attitude. Start your day, spend your day, fill your day, and end your day with a good attitude. You could call it love. Okay, you could call it whatever you want to call it. But this is the way to develop a positive attitude. Okay, it doesn't matter. Everything that comes your way is what? Here's the benefits of a positive attitude. Okay, help achieving goals and attaining success. We all talked about goal setting. We talk about it all the time. Success achieved faster and more easily. Right? If Brianna walks into the gym today, okay, and she says, you know what, I just don't feel good. Okay, listen to the words. I just don't feel good. I don't really want to be here. I'm starving. Okay, you think she's going to have a good workout? She might as well just go home. Okay, more happiness, more energy, greater inner power and strength. Why? You know why you have greater inner power and strength? Because no one controls you. You control you. No matter what comes your way. Many different things went wrong this weekend. Many different things. Did it matter? No, I'm happy. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Right? To start entertaining. We have a beautiful entertaining house. Right? To bringing people over and do what we do. The ability to inspire and motivate yourself and others. Fewer difficulties encountered along the way. The ability to surround, or what does it say? I can't see anything. To surmount any difficulty. Life smiles at you. People respect you. Guys, listen. People respect somebody who, no matter what is thrown at them, and comes out of it. People watch. They watch every day. They listen. I listen every day to conversations. And I'm determining as I hear this and throwing out all the different struggles, how they respond. What did John Maxwell say? If I'm interviewing and I got somebody with the same credentials, same schooling, whatever it is I was looking for, they have. But this one I sense has a good attitude, this one has a bad attitude. Who am I hiring? Are you kidding? You could take the credentials, and when I hired people at Bally's, you could take their schooling and throw it in the waste bin. Some people are gonna get mad at me at that, but I don't care. Look what I just posted on Facebook. Okay, that's my thought on some schooling. Okay, that's just me. Okay, watch that video. But I'm gonna go with my gut of I'll take someone with a good attitude and a positive outlook versus somebody with all the letters after their name. because I know the power of that. Because that person's not going to be denied. They're just not, but hard to find. Hard to find, but you can create it. You can develop leadership. You know what develop leadership means? Having a great attitude as you lead people with a negative attitude. That's a leader. The leader is the leader because he has the good attitude and he knows everybody underneath him wants to aspire to be here. So who's got to be the role model? Oh my God, what's going on? Let's look at the leader. Are they shaken? See, that's multi-level, guys. Multi-level marketing is what? Duplication. I could go on my genealogy right now and I could look at all the leaders. You know who the leader is? They're not necessarily the leader, but the person at the top. And I could look at their groups. And it's amazing how it duplicates. Good ideas, bad ideas. People who stalled and are doing nothing. Why? Because I look at the leader. That's what I look at. But that's the benefits of a positive attitude. So here's the thing. Remember I said thoughts are things? Okay. So if thoughts are things, right? Whatever you think. What was it I used to always say? Thoughts determine what you want. Action determines what you get. Thoughts, thinking, whatever you're thinking determines your attitude. Just watch. Think a negative thought. Look at your attitude. Think a positive thought. Why do I say, what makes you feel good? I go to music. Changes my thought outlet. Just everything, my attitude. If I'm working out, okay, headphones on, certain music. Whatever it may be, it could be an inspiration. But eventually it's got to come from within, right? So your thoughts determine your attitude. Doesn't your attitude determine your behavior? You know what behavior is? What you're willing to do on a daily basis for your business that you say you want to help you become financially independent. But it's the attitude that determines the behavior, the action, the activity every day. So thoughts determine attitude. Attitude determines the energy needed to do what you have to do here. Every day. Every day. No matter what, every day. The different companies I've been with, every day. Every day it was the same thing over and over. Show me a person that does something different every day, who's successful. Look at athletes, look at business people, look at restaurants. Same thing every day. That's our business. And I could do these things every day with a good attitude. And if you don't have a good attitude, your lifespan is 30, 60, 90, 120 days, and you're on to the next thing, the next answer. So you're going from one opportunity to the next, right? From whatever that is, and you're bringing the same attitude. Then you wonder why things aren't changing. Well, you could have done it in whatever it was you were doing at the time. It's like saying, okay, well, Brianna's going to go, okay, I'm going to become a bodybuilder, and I'm going to have a contest. I'm going to enter a contest. And I'm going to Bally's to get in shape. Oh, Bally's is not what I'm looking for. I'm going to go to 24 hours. Oh, that's wrong too. So now I'm going to go to Lifetime Fitness. She's looking for the reason that it's the gym that's not right when she's not right. She could go to 50 gyms with the same attitude. Are you guys following? I know you are. So who's in control? Brianna could get in with the right attitude. Brianna could get in shape with a rusty dumbbell. One rusty dumbbell, and she could get in unbelievable shape with the right attitude. Give her a 14,000 square foot personal training club with a personal trainer with a bad attitude, she ain't winning nothing. Same thing here. Same thing here. And I'm sorry I keep using, but that's just fresh in my head. How to change your attitude. Change happened personally from the inside out. Not outside in. Outside in means you're allowing these things to control your attitude. So if things around you are good, I'm good. But if things aren't good, which in most cases they're not, just listen to the damn news, right? And now you're bad. No, but if it's inside out, makes no difference. Inside out. In other words, I control. That's what it starts with. Always. So, big part. Accepting responsibility, which, don't get me on a little tangent here. I won't go there, but personal responsibility sometimes I think is going by the wayside. We love to blame situations around us versus taking responsibility. I am responsible for who I am, for what I have, and for what I do. You don't control me. Don't try to. Because I'm the reason I am, and I'll be the reason I'm not. Period. Period. And that's what I'm selling. I'm not selling the helo. See, when you get to this point where you're selling this, that's belief. And the person you're talking to with no belief is buying into your belief. Because why? I'm responsible. And if I'm going to follow somebody, I'm going to follow that person. Because that's going to rub off on me. That's leadership. Guys, follow me? That's the leadership. So I don't sell the widget. I sell the opportunity, and I sell the opportunity to be involved with me. That's what I'm selling. That's what you got to sell. And watch what happens. You know what they say after this conversation? Okay, what's the product? Oh, okay, yeah, great. I'm in. Like Mr. Wonderful. I care less about your product. Can I make money with it? Do I believe you, the person doing the presentation? Do I see a good, that's what I'm looking for. If I'm on that Shark Tank. Well, we do the same thing. We're in Shark Tank every day. Only difference here is, okay, you're looking for the person that could add value to your team. You're interviewing. That's the difference. But that's what I look for. So accept responsibility, guys. Starts with you. Thinking. How to change your thinking comes from thinking logically in every situation. Okay? Change comes from thinking logically in every situation. Okay? So what do I mean by that? Every time I take a journey, whatever it is, I'm going to get a result. Based on that result, I have to then understand, okay, what's being presented to me. And my attitude determines, do I stall or do I keep going? In other words, I'm talking to a person, they say, you're absolutely crazy, I would never do multi-level marketing. Boom. Logically, I'm thinking to myself, where is that coming from? I can allow that to destroy me, which ruins my rest of my day, or I can continue the conversation to find out exactly, okay, where that may be coming from. Well, I understand the way you feel, Mark. You seem very adamant about your dislike for multi-level marketing. You must have been involved before. Oh, yeah, many times. Tell me about that. I don't know where it's going to go. But once again, I'm going to always win the battle there. He's not going to ruin my attitude. I'm going to find out where it's really coming from. And what I'm going to find out has nothing to do with multi-level, has everything to do about his experience with multi-level. Nothing to do with multi-level in general. So that's what I'm talking about, being logical and everything. Don't let anybody control you. Don't anybody ever let anybody win your battle. That's where you hold firm. And then when I leave that person, okay, if that person doesn't decide to take my information or want to take the journey with me, you know what my attitude is? I don't say this to him, but I say it to myself. I didn't want him anyway. That allows me to keep going, right? I didn't want him anyway. He would destroy my business. Bad attitude. That's winning the battle. Okay? Very critical, guys, observing your thinking. This goes back to actually winning the battle. Okay? I refuse to let this hook me. Tomorrow it will look different. It sucks to be him. I like to beat the, you know what? This is all very interesting. What can I do to diffuse this? Observe your thoughts. Be conscious of your thoughts because they come at you many different ways, a lot of them negative. That's why sometimes in the beginning you got to hire a big bouncer. And you put that bouncer right in the front of your brain and you don't let these thoughts in. He's got to be big. Right? He's not allowing those thoughts in because you're observing your thinking. Eventually, you don't need the bouncer. Why? Because you're very aware of why you're thinking it. So observe it. Manage your talk. This one's tough, right? This is going to be a wonderful day. This is going to be a crappy day. Uh-oh. Either way, you're right. Uh-oh. Either way, you're right. Let me ask you all a question. It's going to be a good day, bad day. I'm looking at 50 boxes here. Okay? It's going to be a good day, though. You know why? Because I'm not unpacking them. That's why. Okay? I'm going to the gym. Okay? Because without me going to the gym, Jeff is no good. I'm not good. So I got to make my day a wonderful day, I have to start the way I know I need to start my day. How do you start your day? How do you start your day? Got to make a change maybe. Maybe if whatever you're doing is not getting you to where you want to be, you got to change the start of your day. Have you read anything of positive nature? Do you have a good reading and listening library? I know you're on Diamond Zone. I think a lot of you maybe start your day there. I guess that's kind of good, right? But now I got to do something for me. Because without you being right, it doesn't matter. Because now I got a headache. Why? Because you feel bad. I don't feel good. There's always a reason. You wake up, it's going to be a wonderful day. Why? Because no matter what, I'm going to the gym. And it's going to be a great day. That's just me. You got to insert yourself into that. I don't know what it is for you. How to change your behavior. Change takes true assessment, determination, and discipline. Whew. Hardest thing to do is look in the mirror, as you all know. Physically, mentally, every aspect. It's hard. It's hard. But a true assessment of what? Your product? Really? No. Nothing to do with it. Your determination and discipline. Okay? How do you rate your determination? Attitude. If the desire is there, the how-to comes. The desire is there, the determination and the discipline comes. Desire. Okay? And that's when you go out there and start doing the necessary things and you get a result. Now you go, okay, I got to now duplicate that behavior. But you got to choose it. Reactive or responsible? Reactive or responsible? Whatever comes your way, the stimulus, whatever that is, you react with a response. Okay? In a responsible, you have the behavior, the stimulus. Now you stop. You stop. You go, okay, my choice, my response. My choice, my response. Your choice. It's good news and bad news, by the way, your choice. Because now you got to live with your choice, right? How do you live with your choice? Good attitude, no matter what. Because you're going to be stimulated daily. Things are going to come your way daily. But your choice. See, going back, Brianna made a decision to do what she's going to do for that contest. Made a decision. So that decision's made no matter what, nothing's going to get in her way. I promise you she's had good days and bad days. Probably more bad. It's probably going to get worse now as the contest gets closer. But see the same thing over here. If I'm going to do what I have to do today to better my multi-level marketing business with World, I know what I have to do. It's a choice. But wait a minute. Don't we have Doug Robinson? You think Doug Robinson is going to make a difference for you all? Really? I'm not being mean here. Okay, I'm not being mean, but prior to Doug Robinson, there's people that they paid out $42 million in commissions without Doug Robinson. So if you're looking for that to be the answer, you're giving people the power. Could it be better? Could things get better? Yes, of course. I'm just trying to make a point. It's your choice to do what you need to do. Whatever that is. You may make a choice to, you know what? Then I'm going to do something different, whatever that is. Could be a different behavior, more phone calls, networking events. That's what you got to look at. Not whether or not blood sugar is coming out of Punta Cana. Just being honest. Okay? Now, influence your environment and positive behavior. Spread a smile around. Big thing. I agree with that. Right? What's that movie, Elf? Smiling's my favorite. I love Smiling. Smiling's my favorite. I love that. Okay? And everybody's looking at him like he's nuts. Remember? Okay? Sprinkle some positives on the negatives. Focus on the good of each day. Say please and thank you. That's gone by the wayside. I was embedded in my brain when I was growing up. I had to say please and thank you 5 times. It makes a better environment. You ever watch somebody how they treat a waitress? You ever go out and people treat a waitress bad? Oh my God. No thank yous, no pleases, get me this, get me that. Practice empathy. Evaluate your behavior. Never miss an opportunity to compliment. Watch how people light up like a Christmas tree when you compliment them. When you say please, when you say thank you, when you're smiling, you become different. You become memorable because it's so freaking rare. See criticism as an opportunity to improve. Keep promises. Always do what you say you're going to do. Cultivate, is that what it says? Your sense of humor. I like that. Keep an open mind to change. Have a forgiving view of people. Cultivate your sense of humor. Be able to laugh. You know, Lisa does this so great. She'll make a mistake and she'll just laugh. She'll just smile and move on. No, that was dumb. And she'll call herself on it. and just moves forward. Okay, so these are just some things to really, really focus in on. And I'll tell you, when you do this, you attract people to you. With a bad attitude, you can never have a positive day. With a positive attitude, you can never have a bad day. A positive attitude is like a magnet for positive results. How can you ever have a bad day with a good attitude? You might not have the results you want, but at the end of the day, I got to find the positive before I close my eyes. It's our choice. And this is what people don't really want to acknowledge. It is your choice. Because once again, thoughts are things that determine your attitude. You determine your thoughts. And with the right attitude, you have a accountability of your activities. That's your behavior. So guys, 7:53. Missed you all. See you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Diamond Zone. Big clap for Jeffrey. Woo! Jeffrey, woo! Brianna, thank you for letting me use you all day. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.